Good morning, it's Trisha with Easy E-mini Trade. Been getting lots of emails from people getting ready to get back into trading, so I just want to go over some basics that are going to definitely make the difference between being successful and not being successful. And it all comes down to support and resistance and planning your trades and deciding where to take them and when to pass. So I'm going to go over a little of that with you this morning. So this is my ES range chart. This is just a 5 range chart. This is what I'd like to trade the Slinky on. You can use any size range chart or tick chart, or trade the 1 minute setup. Whatever you guys are trading, whatever setups, it doesn't, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but if you know where support and resistance areas are and you're planning out your trades, no matter what setups you use now or ever, that's going to help you be successful now, in the future, always. This never changes, you guys. So in looking at the 5 range chart here, you'll notice I have a couple lines drawn, and I'm just drawing a line as price progresses in areas where it last got stuck. You're going to find whatever happened when you look to the left of price, that's what's likely to happen again. So if you just take this area here, I'm just going to make this a little bigger. If you take this area right here, you can see it got stuck here at support, right? But if you look further back left, where did it get stuck before? Same area. If you look back a little further, it was resistance. Remember, what was resistance, once price trades through, it then becomes support. So what I mean by that is, right here, you can see it comes up, gets stuck, that becomes resistance, trades through, you can see it manages to trade back down, and then it's meandering all over again, it gets through here again, but then when it pulls back, it's using that area as support. Support here was resistance here. Same here, holds the same area, holds the same area, and then you can see here where it was creating new highs of the day this morning. You'll see that it created a resistance area. So realistically, when price pulls back from where it's at right now, this is the high of the day currently, it's likely to pull back to this area here. So for example, let's say you were taking a buy. Let's just pretend you had a buy set up just under resistance here. You may decide to pass on it knowing that it's likely to get stuck on that area. Eventually it'll get through, but you can always take the trade later when it pulls back. Like in this case here, you can look for a pullback entry. So if I was taking a buy, for example, and I have resistance right above me, I'm going to make sure I have enough room to be profitable, otherwise I'll pass. Whereas if I was down here when it pulled back to support, for example, and I know the last area it was getting stuck was right up in this general vicinity, I could take a buy down here, anticipating it trading up to resistance here. I've got plenty of room. I have 6 points worth of space. So it's all about planning out your trades. If you're having trouble deciphering what areas you should be using as support and resistance, there's no right or wrong answer. You're just wanting to get a gauge on what to expect when price gets there again. This is a 60-minute chart. You can look back at a 60-minute chart and look at the last time price was trading in this area. I'm just going to draw a line here where it's currently trading. And let's just look back and see what happened the last time in that area. So it's around 59.60 area. So here we are, right here. Last time in this area, you can see it struggled in this area. Had right here on the 28th, it had the previous day's close in that area. Here on the 30th, it had the previous day's close in that area. And you can see that you've got the price bars just getting stuck there. What's the common area? It doesn't have to be the high or the low or the open or the close. Just where is the spot that price is struggling? So realistically, if we get through this 59.75 area, the next area it's likely to get stuck is going to be in this area here. Major area would be like 81.25. Now we know there's, what's that, like 21 points, 22 points in that vicinity between those two areas. We know that price is not just going to run for 20 points and then pull back. So we need to figure out what happened between this area of 59 let's just say 60 and 81. So I'm just going to bring a smaller chart up here. Let's look at the 15-minute. So here's the 15-minute. Here's the same area where it's currently getting stuck, right? I have the 64.75 mark. I will mark my areas on my 15-minute chart and leave them there. So let's just scroll back a little bit here and look at just above the 59.25, the last time we were there. All right, so here we are, 59.25 area right here. So here we are. This is the area it's stuck right now, right there. So if we look to the left of this area, right here at around 64.75. So this would be my next spot where I would be looking for price to react. You can see it was struggling in this area here till it managed to pop through here. And then here, same thing, couple bars. Here you have the low of this bar, the low of this bar, the close of this bar, the high of this bar, the high of this bar, all in that 64.75. So that would be the next area I would be looking at above this 59.25. Now I don't take trades typically into the high or the low of the day, so I would have to wait for price to pull back from where it's at now and look for an entry. Otherwise, as price moves higher, let's say it gets through the 64.75 area, then we can look for a pullback to that 64.75 area and take an entry. If you want to even break it down further, look at it on a 5-minute chart. I don't know if I can go back that far on this chart, but let me see. So I'm just going to mark this so I can find it. So we'll use 61.50. It's all in the same vicinity. So let's just say 61. Let's see if I can go back that far without adding more days here. All right, so let me go ahead and add a couple days. Well, actually, here it is. So here's that area right here, 61. Looking at it on a 5-minute chart, now you can see more of the congestion there in that area. So if we get through 61, breaking it down even a little further from the 15-minute chart, you can see we're probably going to get stuck in this 65 vicinity right here, right? Then if it gets through that, then we're realistically looking at this vicinity here at 70.50, and then here at around 75.75 if we look a little more in that vicinity. Let's just look what happened the last time price traded in those areas. No, that looks about right, you guys. So it's all about planning your trades. So if you know where price is likely to get stuck as it progresses, moving higher or lower, then you can plan your trade. If there's enough room, you take the trade. If not, then you wait until there is. So again, if we get a pullback to this area here, this is now going to be a support area, right? In this 50.25 area. You can see it pretty clearly on this 5-minute chart as far as I'm concerned, as well as this area here we talked about already earlier, 56.75. So if it pulls back to this general area, 56.75, then I can look to see if I want to take a pullback buy entry or if I get an actual slinky or 1-minute setup. So time will tell, right, you guys? Well, I hope that helps, and if you have any questions, as always, feel free, shoot me an email, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.